like having short chains. I just use 4 binders. A little 4-foot section of chain. Got a safety hook on one side and a regular chain grab hook on the other side. So much easier than slinging around 20-foot chains. Yeah, I'm just noticing right here, first thing I need to do is get all this dirt off this edge here so we got room for rock. There's a bunch of big bumps and hills and everything else. So let's clean this edge up. bad. I feel like that's looking pretty good for the apron. Got some nice angles to it. So now I'll work from the apron going back that way. And just need to get all the bumps and whatnot out of it. And then I think what's gonna need to happen is we'll probably have to put a little swale along this side of the driveway. And then somewhere over there, we'll probably have to do a cross culvert to get the water over onto that other side. And that'll, instead of having a ditch go this way and go between the house and the building, we'll just have the ditch on the right side of the building over here. And this water coming off all of this over here and off the road can kind of shoot down this way, down the swale, cross over the cross culvert, and then go off that way. That way, that'll keep all the water off the house pad and the building pad.
Well, it's coming along. Basically what I'm doing now is this knob right here that I'm standing on, I'm taking this knob out and building up the driveway with it, just getting it a little bit higher. You know, it's always good to have the driveway high, keeps water and everything else off it, and keeps you rock. Well, I've got this road looking pretty good. Just kind of working on this swale on this side here. Got a nice slope on that side there. Road's nice and flat. And like I said, just gonna kind of connect the swale from this area up here by that water meter on around to there.
All right, got our number 4 stone here. He's gonna kind of make that radius and dump it around and bring it down to here, and then leave a pile up there for me to spread out for the whole entrance there. Looks like it's holding up good. Alright, truck's taken off, and with that, got a little pile here left to make all the radius look good. And maybe if there's any spots here kind of at the beginning of this drive, I'll widen out, things like that. But otherwise, looking good for a start here. All right, well, that's a wrap for today. So got a nice radius entrance here, and got a nice swale going along that side there, and the swale running along this left side. And these number 4s are pretty nice stone. They'll be in here while construction occurs, and then we'll go ahead and top it with some dense grade or something a little bit smaller on top, make it a little bit easier on normal passenger car tires. And right here is kind of the area where I was thinking about putting the cross culvert. So reason I'm waiting on that is wait till the dozer guy gets that house pad done and that pad done, and we're thinking that that house pad will still be up about that elevation. We can have that grade slope towards a low spot here and still go across this culvert over to there. That way there's not going to be a lot of water standing between the building, the building and the new house. So just gonna wait on that a little bit. It'll probably hold water here if it does rain for a little while, but we can always daylight that out something quick if we need to. But there's no rain in the forecast for like the next week, so we'll let him get that work done, and then I can come back and install this cross culvert right about here if we need to. So, and it could go down there a little bit. I mean, I don't know exactly where it's going to go yet, but we'll find the low point and put it there. So this is nice though. Got this all done so that any big trucks or construction or anything like that can come in and out of here, and also helps knock the mud off the tires and dirt off the tires before they pull out into the road. All right, here we are a few weeks later. The weather has definitely turned on us. It's gotten cold. It was like 29 this morning, but this driveway is still holding up good. I've done a lot more work here. We had a dozer man come and moved a bunch of dirt for a pole barn pad over here, which the pad kept getting bigger and bigger, but I think it ended up being 60 by 90, and that was to incorporate I don't know, like a 46 by 84 building, I think, or no, 46 by 64, and then they wanted a 20-foot driveway out front and a lean-to out the other side. So buddy Roger, the same guy that delivered the rock, came, brought his 700 deer, and did a lot of that dirt moving. And then over here is where I installed the septic system. So it's a 1,500 gallon tank for a 4-bedroom home. It goes into a distribution box and 3 lines, each about 110 foot, for a total of 330 foot of 3-foot leaching chambers. And it's equal flow distribution. So there's just one box right here, and it equally sends effluent to the 3 lines. So just had my inspection done and finished backfilling a little bit. I had already gotten this inspected last week, majority of it. I just had to install the last 2 lines, and I left a couple spots open for them to check. So I just had a little bit of backfilling to do today. And also set the speed levelers in the D box, which is right here. So that's all set, mounted up over for the tank for a little bit of settlement there. And these lines are looking good. I'm trying to get one more system in this year yet, but the weather is turning faster than I was hoping. We got a rain yesterday, and it was only supposed to be like 0.05 inches, and it ended up raining all day. So I was happy to already have this one covered up, because that would have been a mess trying to cover that whole thing up after that rain. But their plan is to have a house pad here in the future, and they're getting ready this spring to build a pole barn house here, and they're going to live in while they build the other house. And wanted to get this septic in this year for them, because otherwise septic probably won't be able to be installed till May after winter and things warm up and dry out. But nice big building pad here. This was basically a ridge across the top, and over there we cut a bunch of dirt off the backside and pushed it up this hill and created a nice flat level pad here. Got a little bit more work to do on it, but it's pretty darn close. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Glad we got that driveway in time and this septic, and hopefully this guy can get on the list to have the pole barn builder come get his building up this winter.